Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream. This is how I do my thing. This is how I do my thing. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream. This is how I do my thing. This is how I do my thing. Welcome everyone. This is your girl Phyllis. Another time. Today is the 1st of April. Let us continue to pray. And as I'm here today, I just want to read a short little thing from Luke 22:39-44, where it was saying, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. It's not my will, but yours be done. There's so many things that happening in our times, and we're asking the Father to really let certain things pass us because we are not in position right now to really be entertained with stupidness. Hi, Teresa, how are you? I'm just laying down a bit. Mess my big head from time to time. I'm just saying, in a time like this, there are so many things. I've known two persons that, a cousin passed off, and the cousin's aunt passed off. So, and I did know them from time to time, not to really to acquaint with them per se, but I see them from time to time, going about their business. And being as today was April 1st day, I'm good. Thanks for asking. And you, I hope you're keeping safe, Teresa, because this thing is not, it's not as how people look at it, but I just want to read a little short of the thing. It said, every coin has two sides. The front is called head, and from early Roman time usually depict a country's head of state. The back is called tails, a term possibly originating from the British tenpence, depicting the raised tail of a heraldic lion. Like a coin, Christ's prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane possesses two sides. In the deepest hour of his life, on the night before he died on a cross, Jesus prayed, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done. And that's taken from Luke 22, verse 42. When Christ said, take this cup, that's a raw honesty of prayer. He reveals his personal desire. That is what I want. Then Jesus turned the coin, praying, not my will. That's a side of abandoning ourselves to God begins when we simply say, but what do you want, God? This two-sided prayer is also included in Matthew 26 and Mark 14, and it's mentioned in John 18. Jesus prayed both sides of prayer, take this cup, but it's always not my will. Because sometimes, when there's some things in your life that happen, and it's a Lord, why is it me I have to bear all of this burden? I think this is too heavy for me, Like for instance, at times, when we have our kids, when they're small and them have cold, and you sometimes say, boy, I wish it for me did have the cold. The way all them miserable and them stuff here, them aching and you can't do nothing. And you say, Father, I better me did have the cold. And you say something you say, give me the cold and make the baby go free. It's something of that sort. And so what we might learn if we prayed honestly and with complete abandon on Jesus did. What situations are you facing right now where you can pray honestly yet with abandon to God? And pray, Father, help me follow the example of your Son, who spent everything so that I might possess his real life that include experiencing intimate prayer with you. Yeah, some like a flyer. I mean, I know where they come from. Sure. I have so much better on my phone. This is St. Luke 22. So true. Just doing that 10 minutes thing. Now the feast of unleavened bread, which is called the Passover, was approaching. The chief priests and the scribes were seeking how they might put him to death, for they were afraid of the people. And Satan entered into Judas, who was called Iscariot, belonging to the number of the 12. 4. And he went away and discussed with the chief priests and officers how he might betray him to them. They were glad and agreed to give him money, so he consented and began seeking a good opportunity to betray him to them apart from the crowd. Then came the first day of the unleavened bread on which the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. And Jesus sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare the Passover for us that we may eat it. They said to him, Where do you want us to prepare it? And he said to them, When you have entered the city, a man will meet you carrying a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house that he enters. And you shall say to the owner of the house, The teacher said to you, Where is the guest room in which I may eat the Passover with my disciples? And he will show you a large furnished upper room. Prepare it there. And they left and found everything just as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover. When the hour had come, he reclined at the table, and the apostles with him. And he said to them, I have earnestly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I say to you, I shall never again eat it until it is fulfilled in the kingdom of God. And when he had taken a cup and given thanks, he said, Take this and share it among yourselves. For I say to you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine from now until the kingdom of God comes. And when he had taken some bread and given them, he broke it and gave to them, saying, This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. And the same way he took the cup after they had eaten, saying, This cup which is poured out for you is a new covenant in my blood. But behold, the hand of the new one betraying me is mine, and the table on the table. For indeed the Son of Man is going as it has been determined, but woe to that man to whom he betrayed. And they began to discuss among themselves which one of them it might be who was going to do the thing. And there arose a dispute among them as to which one of them was regarded to be the greatest. And he said to them, the kings of the Gentiles lord is over them, and those who have authority over them are called benefactors. But is it not this way with you? But the one who is the greatest among you must become like the youngest, and the leader like the servant. For who is greater, the one who reclines at the table or the one who serves? Is it not the one who reclines at the table? I am among you as the one who serves. You are those who have stood by me in my trials. And just as my Father has granted me a kingdom, I grant you, that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and you will sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Simon, Simon, behold, Satan to sift you like a wheat, but I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail, and that you, when once you have turned again, strengthen your brothers. But he said to him, Lord, with you I am ready to go both to prison and to death. And he said, I say to you, Peter, the rooster will not crow today until you have denied 3 times that you know me. And he said to them, when I sent you out without money, belt, and bags, and sandals, you did not lack anything, did you? They said, no, nothing. And he said to them, but now, whoever has a money belt is to take it along, likewise also a bag. And whoever has no sword is to sell his coat and buy one. For I tell you that this which is written must be fulfilled in me. And he was numbered with transgressors. For that which refers to me as it is fulfillment. They said, Lord, look, here are 2 swords. And he said to them, it is enough. And he came out and proceeded, as was his custom, to the Mount of Olives, and the disciples also followed him. When he arrived at the place, he said to them, pray that you may not enter into temptation. And he withdrew from them about a stone throw, and he knelt down and began to pray, saying, Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done. Now an angel from heaven appeared to him, strengthening him, and being in agony, he was praying very fervently, and his sweat became like drops of blood falling down upon the ground. When he rose from prayer, he came to the disciples and found them sleeping from sorrow, and said to them, why are you sleeping? Get up and pray that you may not enter into temptation. While he was still speaking, behold, a crowd came, and the one called Judas, one of the 12, was preceding them. And he approached Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus said to him, Judas, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss? When those who were around him saw what was going to happen, they said, Lord, shall we strike with the sword? And one of them struck the slave of the high priest and cut off his right ear. But Jesus answered and said, stop, no more of this. And he touched his ears and healed him. And Jesus said to the chief priest officers at the temple and the elders who had come against him, have you come out with swords and clubs as you would against a robber? While I was with you daily in the temple, you did not lay hands on me, but this hour and the power of darkness are yours. Having arrested him, they led him away and brought him to the house of the high priest. But Peter was following him at a distance after they had kindled a fire in the middle of the courtyard and had sat down together. Peter was sitting among them, and a servant girl, seeing him, and said, This man was with him too. But he denied it, saying, Woman, I do not know him. A little later, another saw him and said, You are one of them too. But Peter said, Man, I am not. After about an hour had passed, another man began to insist, saying, Certainly this man was also with him, for he is a Galilean too. But Peter denied, said, Man, I do not know what you are talking about. Immediately, while he was still speaking, a rooster crowed. The Lord turned and looked at Peter, and Peter remembered the word of the Lord, how he had told him, Before a rooster crow today, you will deny me 3 times. And he went out and wept bitterly. Now the men who were holding Jesus in custody were mocking him and beating him. And they blindfolded him and were asking him, saying, Prophesy, who is the one who hit you? And they were saying many other things against him, blaspheming. When it was the day, the council of the elders of the people assembled, both chief priests and scribes, and they led him away to their council chamber, saying, If you are the Christ, tell us. But he said to them, If I tell you, you will not believe. And if I ask a question, you will not answer. But from now on, the Son of Man will be beaten at the right hand of power of God. No, will be seated at the right hand of power of God. And they all said, Are you the Son of God? And he said to them, Yes, I am. Then they said, What further need do we have of testimony? For we have heard ourselves from his own mouth. So it's as if they just wanted a recognition to crucify Christ at the time. And they're giving it mean that Passover was a single day followed immediately by the Feast of the Unleavened Bread. The whole season could be referred by either name. And all of that, they were all, they were all plotting and, trying to take him out because they believed that, what he was saying is not true, and he was no man of God. It was just there blabbing him out. But Satan had already entered, into Judas. And, Satan manifests himself in a Judas. And in being like that, he arranged everything. And the only way that they could have, is because they could have betrayed Jesus at the time, because in those time, that everybody looked like the same. So to identify Christ, he had to do something specific to identify Christ. So that's about it for today. And I just want to say something, I am only coming on live because I find out I don't know what I'm doing. I know I'm not doing anything wrong on YouTube. The only thing I talk about is I'm a sewing and like an exercise, and practically this is what I'm doing. And most of the time when I do a live these days, after something in between, in the moment after live, it just cut off. It's been told that I'm violating YouTube, whatever. I sent in manual for every one of them. I sent manual for them to review. I haven't gotten any answer yet, but I'm just hoping that all is well. And it's still not going to deter me, because I'm still fighting on. I'm still fighting my sinus. I'm still fighting my allergies here. So I'm not a giver to give in. to such trivial things because whatever man are fighting over makes no sense. So the only thing you should be fighting over right now is to ensure that your soul is all right. That's the only thing, is to ensure that your soul is okay. Oh, you see it too, Teresa? Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell is happening, you know? Me, I wonder, me not do nothing. Me not do nothing. And it just cut off in a call of me. Most of my life that what me I do from the other day. That's why people might say, me not see you live and whatnot have you and you know someone say, why you not go live? But every time me go join it, it's like boops. I may say to myself, say, then me not see nobody on the chat. And nobody now say nothing. Cut off. Cut off. So I say, you know what happened? I'm not gonna do any long one anymore because I don't know if it's a long one, but then them are what are. Me not have no enemy per YouTube for say boy. Me offend nobody. Yesterday I did one, a very short one, and before it reached 10 minutes, I get 2 thumbs down. There were like 5 persons looking on. I don't know if that person have probably like four accounts because there were 5 persons looking on, and before I could have said who they are, 2 thumbs down. Let me say, you know what? Them people don't have nothing to do with them. And then don't send an email to say, like who I report you or so. I don't see anything, so. Because each one has said, oh, 7 days, something, another, whatever. This video is going to review for 7 days and all sorts of stuff. So it's okay. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, Teresa. I'm not giving up because I had made a promise. I finished the sheet and I started on the shower curtain because I said, you know, as I reach my 1,000, and my question I'm gonna ask, my sister gonna give me something them, so I don't think probably that person want to deter me or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, Teresa. I don't know. Cause I used to come on. I used to try to come on like the thing is that I go to work. My shift my shift is up and down round the clock. You understand? It's not a steady shift anymore. Because when you're in the nursing industry, you have to pitch in yourself at any time, any moment, back to back or front to back, in the middle, whatever. You have to be doing, you know, a lot of stuff. And my time to come on YouTube is a bit difficult for me because I want to sleep and I'm tired. So when I'm trying to do happiness, how are you, dear Miss Abby? Thank you for coming. Thank you, my dear. I haven't seen you in a while. I was just trying to explain, you know. I just did a short like a Bible verse reading, and I was trying to explain to Teresa why I haven't been coming on live for the past 2 weeks. I have stayed off. Not really said stayed off. For the past 2 weeks, every time I go live, each one of my live has been reported that I have violated YouTube. Something on the side. And it's been taken down and they will review it and what not have you. So each one I do, I send them in manually to be reviewed to see where, because I'd make sure to tell them that I have not violated anything. I have not talked about anything that not supposed to be talking about. I don't know anything. One of the chat about my sewing, and I say man go over and I really listen what I have done. So I don't know I don't do anything wrong. So that's why I haven't been on. So I hear something going on the street. Give me a moment. I'll be back. I thought it was somebody, but there was nobody. So probably next door. Oh, my friend, it's not you that's violated something, but it's you too. Their system default. Oh, okay. I don't know. For the past 2 week, Venus, man, it's annoying, man. It's like every time I do a live, it's like every time I do a live, if it's half an hour, if it's 10 minutes, if it's 1 hour, I haven't gone over an hour for the past 2 weeks. And every time I go, it's like somebody picking on me. And the thing is that I don't quarrel, I don't get angry, I just send in it and say, please review because I have not violated anything. So I hope they fix their problem. If it's them. Because somebody tell me, say, if it's somebody is doing it, you will see who is doing it to you. Hey, Susie Q, what's happening, girl? Because of what's happening right now, no one is manually reviewing. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Susie Q, girl, what's up? I'm here explaining why I haven't been on stream. Why I've been on stream, but every time when I start, is that my stream get cut out because according to YouTube says that I violated something, and I keep reviewing, tell them to review because I know I've done nothing wrong. Just like what I'm doing now, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. So it kind of gives me, even though I visit people live, it kind of give me like because me say look how far I reach. Me I try to connect and everything, and I try to reach my 1,000 subs. Now my shift now is the go up, go slow, go down. Because my allergy I kick like Van Damme. And then you go around certain people and trust me, this is killing us as nurse. It's killing us. Me don't know if nobody but me know it a kill me. Me want sleep. And if your body a lack of sleep, trust me. And me, I gotta tell them after this week, me not take, my body can't cope with no more. Because me need to get rid of this allergy when I have. My eye hurt me, my ears are hurt me, my throat are at me. You know they don't test you already. But me eyes them hurt me, my nose I run. No, me not a sore throat no. Because me live for my garlic, my honey, and my lemon. So, yes, sugar plum, I'm a frontliner, not the back one. I'm a frontliner, my dear. So, and I'm tired. I'm getting tired. My daughter called me like something like this morning about after 7, and she was like, "Mom, oh, you sound so." I said, my whole head space to my head. Just my head alone, because I not cough, I not no fever, not anything, but just the head part, just stuff up. And I was saying to Teresa, because I was reading St. Luke 22, when Christ was telling his father that, take this cup because, him can't manage. So I was trying to explain a different little way of saying that, when we have our babies when they're small, like say 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, and them have cold, especially have head cold, and you hear all them stuff and them can't blow. And you pray, you try to suck out the cold and all of that. As mother, I used to do that for my child, just for the relief. Because we never really know about no saline, whatnot have you, or ATT and whatever. And I used to, either blow it out, suck it out, just in case until when you get the pump thing now where you can squeeze out it. So me I say sometimes when they have that you always say, Lord, but I mean wish for me they have the cool man, and you start to pray that God take the pain from them and give it to you the way out they are sometimes. So, it was I'm saying that, it's a time now, as Susie would say, it's a time for prayer. I'm always a praying person. Maybe that's why I'm in the profession that I'm in, because I'm always in sympathy of people. I'm always mindful of people, their feeling and them something there. I hate to see people in pain. I'm the first one to try to help, you know, even though sometimes over the years, it's not that I'm soft, but are whatever, but over the years, it tends to toughen me away, because sometimes people take your kindness, think that you're weak because you're kind, and and they believe probably you help them because they want a friend. No, you help them because you have a sympathetic heart. I don't know. I was probably sometimes I always tell myself that it seems like God made me special, because and I don't hold grudges. That's the point. I don't hold grudges. Because, somebody will do me something, and I'm going to tell you, a person will do me something, and I'll get mad, and I'll tell them my mind straight out. I say, you hurt me, you this, you whatever, and I tell them who them is, and I say, your heart is bitter and it's corrupt, and you need to change your ways and all of that. And after I've done all of that, me done. I totally forget that, we had a court. If you want to vex with me, that is your problem. But I'm not going to be vexed with you. Susie Q said, me too. Big up, thumbs up to Phyllis. Thank you, Habit. But you have to stay safe, Phyllis. It's good to help others, but make sure you're safe. That's why I'm saying after this weekend, I shall be staying home. Because my feet hurts. My feet look like they must swell up. My earlier eat properly. I wanted to, in last week when I started not last week, the week before, when I started I went 2 days live. And the third day live, when I was trying to exercise, that's from then the whole YouTube thing just starts crashed. Every time I try, it just cut off. Every time I try, it just cut off. So I'm saying, no one. Let me see if somebody's supposed to come by tonight to take me somewhere. I'll be there. Yes, guys, I'm gonna end my stream because I'm going to Walgreens to see if I can get a saline solution. My head hurts. I don't know if I can get anything, and I don't want to drive, so I have somebody to pick me up. So love you guys. Take care. See you soon. I know Susie's gonna go live in about 9 minutes time. Love you, Miss Abbott. Love you, Susie Q. Love you, Teresa. Take care, be safe, and I'll connect with you. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye bye. Thank you, Penis. I hear that one. Thank you.